go.
All right, I'll go. We are the Inside Out. We're a 4-piece band from Connecticut. We play, I'd say, perfect mashup of indie and alternative rock. What else is there to say about us?
Yeah, we've been a thing since I started the group back in I want to say 2017. And we've had this current lineup and our probably best lineup yet since 2021. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, so these guys are killing it. Couldn't be happier with how this all turned out.
And you guys currently have an album out right now, which is amazing. I'm curious because you said it earlier that you had a previous setup, not setup, but group of people back in 2017 to now to the new version as of 2021. I'm curious in terms of the involvement of, I guess to say the what it was before to what it is now. Does it feel like cohesive or is it more like evolved? Yes.
So to me, I'll answer this just because I'm the one that kind of brought that up and opened the cookie jar. So in 2017, I started it as a project with some friends from college and high school. They kind of took all these songs I wrote, and I was just looking for a band to be able to play them essentially on these demos I wrote. It was cool, but still, like as the years went on, even as that lineup changed a little bit, it always felt like demos to me. It never felt like a full band experience, like a full lineup. Until the four of us got together. And realistically, actually, before we even got John, there's a funny story about how he joined the group that we can get to. But when I met Zach at Sam Ash, we were both working there. He joined the group, and I was like, sweet, I actually have somebody who's like, caliber musician as me who I could bounce off and improv with. And then we met Andy, and she's just a kick-ass drummer who was like, hell yeah, I like these songs, I'll play. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And we all vibe together, and it's been a blast since. And then I'll let kind of Andy tell the story of how we found John to kind of
in a dumpster.
Yeah, we were really trying to find a bassist for a while, and these guys were recording either bass or guitar, and they're like, Andy, go on Craigslist, see if you can find a bassist. And I'm scrolling for like an hour. I'm on page like 8, and all of a sudden I see his listing, and I'm like, oh, this guy looks promising. And we got to talking, and it all worked out.
Yeah, I was desperate for a band to join, but they're the only ones who asked me, and luckily it turned out great.
So I'm curious in terms of the Craigslist listing, like how basic were you in terms of like, I'm looking for a band, this is me, or was there something funny that like triggered the reaction of like, yeah, we need to have them on there?
No, I was actually looking to play guitar in a band.
Oh, okay.
I had like you mentioned that you played bass as well.
Yeah, I had just bought like a cheap bass, and I was like, I could do this, like it's cool. But and then they asked me to play bass, and I was like, I was really starting to love playing bass, and I was just like, oh man, like this is so much better, like so much, it's less gear and less pedals, and I don't break a sweat as much as I would playing guitar, so which is cool.
Yeah, he needed a ride for the first rehearsal when we were like trying him out, and I'm like, as a woman, I don't want to pick up a random Craigslist guy, so
yeah, same.
Yeah, James gave
but I was like, I'll do it, we need a bass player, I'm going. Yeah, but that's cool. When John and I were driving to rehearsal that day, or tryout, or whatever you want to call it, him and I were jamming like a lot of the same music interests, and like honestly, like 15 minutes into the ride there, I was like, this is gonna work out great, because we were like vibing already. I was like, sweet. But yeah, can't go wrong with Craigslist, baby.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, you can't. Gosh, not to say like I've had great experiences, but I have some great experiences with Craigslist finds.
Yeah.
So now that you guys have a new album out, No Brain, No Blood, can we talk about that?
Just self-reflection, growth. just like kind of your own mental health awareness to take a situation you might find yourself stuck in and kind of be like, you know what, things need to change, things need to get better, and really just taking the initiative to kind of like fight those inner demons and set yourself on a better path. The name of the record actually is just like, honestly, I was just looking up like what it is to be a jellyfish, and like jellyfish are comprised of like literally nothing.
Water.
Nothing, yeah, like water, and like they just literally just float around there, and
They're
honestly is just
considered an animal, but they're basically a plant.
yeah, it was
No,
very interesting to me. It kind of like felt like part of the concept of things too. Just, you know, what is your own inner thoughts, and it's kind of like nothing. You're literally with yourself, so it really isn't anything physical, which kind of made me intrigued about like jellyfish like that too.
I didn't even know that's what that meant.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just learning that now.
Oh, and also like just that also like, you know, jellyfish are sometimes, some of them are considered like immortal actually, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
So I'm curious.
Nerd out on that, but
Get the line.
So why jelly? Like when you thought about the album, you're like, yeah, jellyfish.
honestly, it was a mixture of that and just like being able to really just let go of things and be a little bit more easygoing and flowing, and just, you know, that kind of vibe, if you want to call it, versus being so like, you know, overthought on every tiny little detail and have all this stuff weighing down on you all the time. Just kind of being able to let go and just kind of go with the flow of where you need to be.
Be a jellyfish floating in the waves.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Plus, they're kind of just cool and badass. So
It tastes good too. Just kidding.
I'm over here thinking of the SpongeBob
Yeah.
jellyfish.
I might also be
Jellyfish Jam.
That's what I was thinking.
Jellyfish Jam.
Yes. Or that, or when I guess the episode where jellyfish are staying at SpongeBob's house, jamming to the music. That's what goes through my head. The album out now, and you currently are promoting the No Brains, No Blood, and then Figure Me Out. I want to know a little bit more about the music video for Figure Me Out.
I'll let one of you guys talk.
Yeah,
about
well,
Figure Me
I
Out.
know the music video that came out before Figure Me Out was for one of our songs called Teeth, and that one was fun because it was like kind of really weird, and we were wearing masks and we were aliens and ghosts, and we were playing music, but like we were behind masks, and it was kind of funky vibe. So we wanted to contrast that with the Figure Me Out music video, where it was more of a playthrough, more about us as like not as monsters and aliens, but as like the musicians. And yeah,
pretty much. I think she kind of hit it right on the nose. Is that Figure Me Out, the song is, you know, in its, you know, entirety is pretty much about conflict and not knowing how to choose a side, essentially, because you are just so understanding of both arguments, or any argument if it's got, you know, more than two sides, right? That's what it's about. And it's, you know, taking that, how do you cope with that? How do you move forward with that, whether it's a loved one or friends or yourself? That's what that song's about, and really showcasing just us in our raw element of just playing music. And Chris Kunacek did a great job on the video for that. One of our favorite parts of the whole entire day was we did one take of the entire song where he literally had us just run around the big room we were in, just getting as crazy and chaotic as we wanted. And most of those shots are what makes up the majority of the music video, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to go for like a Smells Like Teen Spirit video kind of vibe.
Yeah.
All right, because I was watching and I'm like trying to figure it out. I'm like,
yeah, there's like a part where I'm like playing the drums, but I'm like standing up, just kind of like jumping up and down, and these guys like jumping up and down like around the whole room at the same time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was hot as shit.
It was
So hot
it was
out there.
very hot. It was the middle of like summer. It was not a
It was
good
July,
idea to
right?
shoot.
It was July or June.
It was June when we shot it.
Skin was glowing on camera.
Yeah.
Well, you know, this is probably the best way I could segue this into it. Now if you guys like fully excited into that music video, you guys are going to be performing literally in 10-ish days or less than that, depending on when this video comes out. Are you guys excited for the first show of the year?
Yeah. Is it our first show of the year?
So I mean, if
Right,
you don't
was it?
count,
Oh, right.
if you don't count New Year's, then yeah, it's our first show of the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably why John's getting confused there. But
Oh, okay.
we're actually playing. So this video is coming out in a couple weeks. You said from when we're doing this. We will have played our first show in Brooklyn at King's Lake Bar and Grill on February 3rd. We're doing that. We're also playing a big show at Bowery Electric in New York City. We're really looking forward to that. So by all means, snag a ticket if you're in New York City and you want to come watch us play. You know, that'd be great. I'd love to come hang out with you.
Is there a certain song that stands out to you guys when you perform that you like?
That might be a different answer for everybody, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe we just go across. John, and pick which one. We
We have a new song that's like kind of shaping up. It's called
yeah, but talk about the ones from the record.
Oh, okay. All right. I like Figure Me Out. Figure Me Out is always so fun to play. So
It's a bop.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like playing No Brains, No Blood into Nothing, because No Brains, No Blood and then the track Nothing are two separate tracks, but they're kind of, we never play them apart from each other. So it's always kind of fun to go from one song straight into the next when we play it live.
Yeah, I really love playing our song It's All in Your Head, It's All in the Past. It's honestly, it's just such a fun improv wavy type song that I know Zach and I always love playing. It's one of our slower songs, so we don't play it every show, but it is very big sounding, and I think as a musician it's just really cool having that big wall of sound behind you when you're playing.
A lot of room in there.
Yeah.
I guess one of my favorite ones would probably be Fire. I just kind of like the juxtaposition of different energies between like the verse and then, you know, just a little bit more rambunctious kind of chorus, and like the vocals just really kind of travel through a lot of different, you know, kind of pathways and all that. And then of course the outro is just like more like It's All in Your Head, It's All in the Past, just more kind of wavy. It just really kind of takes you on a journey and almost like a embodiment of the album, in my mind at least, a little bit, you know.
I like that.
That's the record for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I know I caught you guys during doing a recording session. How is the sessions going so far?
So we are in our studio is actually kind of like our label. It's our home base. We kind of live here, but we don't actually live here. So we rehearse here. We, you know, hang out here. So right now we're rehearsing for our show. We're also working on some demos, like John mentioned. We have a couple new songs we're working on for this year. They're very, very upbeat and different from the record we just released. But they're probably a little bit more similar to like Teeth, or maybe even some of like the lighter tracks from like, you know, back in like 2019 or something like that. So
you brought up a thing that I'm glad you mentioned. What made you create your own record company?
To essentially really just decide, you know, being able to have that overall decision-making process in control, versus like having to go to studios and pay out money all the time for recording. It can be a strain on your wallet. Zach, myself, we're both audio engineers. I went to school for it, and we love working with other artists. I record other artists, and he does all the time. So it wasn't just a band related thing, but one of the big decisions for us was being able to have a really cool headquarters for our band as well. Be able to record stuff whenever we wanted, work on things whenever we want, and not have to really be stuck to the schedule.
Opens up a lot of doors for sure.
Yeah.
So, it's nice.
Allows you guys to be a little bit more laid back. I love that. So, interview where I have these random conversation cards that just have fun questions. They vary between disgusting to thoughtful. Because
That sounds fun.
you guys ready for it?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. What would be your famous last words?
Jeez.
Oof.
I know what yours would be.
Oof.
Yeah, right.
Damn. Shit. Come back to me. What do you guys got?
Mine would probably be keep an eye out for the treasure chest. I put it right behind the. That's it. Yeah.
Mine, I'm a snowboarder, so mine would be, all right, I'm gonna send it.
I don't know. Something tells me I don't ever know when that's gonna come, so I wouldn't have an answer for it other than it'd probably be something along the lines of like, what? Or like, oof. Something like that. Something really just short and like, oh, well, I'm dead.
Can't miss it.
Miss a move.
Can't miss.
Yeah, I'd probably just say something like, "Hold my beer, bro."
Oh my God. I like that.
Oh my gosh, it's great. I like the send it though. I think the send it would probably be something I would say.
Winner.
This would be YOLO.
Would it
Probably
be?
would be. Yeah.
Do I say that a lot? Oh, all right. Well,
What is the most ridiculous thing you've convinced someone to believe in?
Oh, I have I have two younger brothers, and one of my younger brothers was going like really annoyingly with his voice. So me and my other brother convinced him that he was gonna break his voice box if he kept doing that. So we stopped doing that annoying noise because thought he was gonna break it.
oh man, mine was a little bit more manipulative, but I also have two younger brothers, and when they would have their friends over on like their little play dates and everything, and I'd be there too. We'd all hang out when we were really younger, playing Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I'll try and make this short, but basically, I thought it was really funny to convince them that I knew how to read the Japanese cards. And I would come up with these random effects that the cards would do. And I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, but they believed me. So like I would always have their friends win no matter what. And I'd come up with these crazy reasons why. Like, oh no, that card just does that. Trust me. It's really fucked up.
Gosh, I wish I had that. That would be amazing to do with my siblings, especially with the Pokemon cards. It is the classiest tattoo for a baby.
For a baby.
For a baby, yes.
Like a pacifier right across the forehead or something, you know?
Yeah.
It says volumes. I don't know what volumes, but something.
Maybe like a carrot or something healthy.
I think it would be mom.
Vegetable.
It would be the mom heart.
Maybe just keep babies away from tattoo needles.
I saw like a 4-year-old an arm tattoo, like
Oh
a
my
Jesus
God.
tattoo at 6'5".
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like a Catholic thing sometimes. Oh, who knows?
That does not sound like a Catholic
Culture.
thing.
That's what my friends mom said. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote something healthy like a carrot. Broccoli.
Gosh, I don't think I've ever met anybody that had a tattoo of like a healthy snack on them. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you guys? On tour or in personal life wise? Both were great.
Strangest or funniest?
Oh, I have an answer. I broke my ankle doing seemingly nothing on stage one time. That was cool. That was fun. Yeah.
How did you do it?
So we were at like a music festival, and they had a like a live emo night where they invited a bunch of people on stage, And me and Andy went up on stage and we had a couple beverages in us, but the guy that was holding the microphone just like bumped me with his shoulder, like, and I took a tumble over a speaker. I didn't even like fall crazy. I didn't like twist my ankle or anything, but somehow I broke my leg bone.
He
So that was fun.
buried the lead actually though, because the exact point that the singer body checked him and he fell, it was during Sugar, You're Going Down, and it was during like the chorus where it's You're going down.
I went down.
And that's when
It's
he
really
went down.
funny. It's funny. I don't know.
The video's on TikTok.
Oh,
See,
shit.
that's probably the funniest thing that happened to us because we got to push him around in a
Well, it's
wheelchair
weird
the rest of
because
the
I
festival.
shouldn't have broke my leg, and somehow my leg broke. I don't know. I gotta drink more milk.
It's a pretty high stage.
Strangest for us, I actually think would be we were in this Airbnb in upstate New York,
Oh yeah.
and the backyard was actually a cemetery, and that was kind of already just like you're walking in, it's already well, that's a vibe. And but then we like walked down to like this restaurant or something because we were trying to find some food, and the houses like all around it were like kind of abandoned and filled with like these creepy dolls and lights and
Like
things like that.
right in the windows and like
Yeah,
designed to creep
that
you
was-
out or something.
and
Yeah.
to me the strangest thing about that was that we didn't die. So yeah.
We
Did you
weren't
guys
too-
witness anything though? Like, did you
No,
guys
we
witness
were-
any?
we were probably too
Oh, there was a
drunk.
cat that followed us. Yeah.
That's good luck, right?
What would your fortune cookies say to summarize the month for today? Or, yeah, summarize the month.
Hmm.
Would it be like big things coming your way? or
Your
something?
lucky numbers.
Yeah.
69,
That could be
420.
bad. What if it's a semi truck? I don't know.
Maybe like try again later. Maybe I'm thinking of the Magic 8 Ball, but like, I feel like that must be some
Please try again, or
Yeah.
Play more shows.
maybe we're just really lucky, and it'll just be lucky numbers. Except it'll be like, you know,
666.
it's not
Well,
lucky, John.
I want to
But,
say that we're currently writing songs right now. We're in the writing process, so I think it would be like creativity is coming your way or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Andy with the
That's a good
real
one.
one.
And with that, I'm gonna let you guys go back to practicing and everything. But before you guys go, where can we be able to find you guys?
Everywhere, and you can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud. Literally, honestly, you name a platform, we're on it.
Also check out Teeth and Figure Me Out music videos on YouTube. Those are a fun time.